Hey everyone, GameCube with Fries here with another collection video, and this time I'm going to be taking a look at my Wii and Wii U collections. I'm kind of lumping these together into one video because I only have two Wii games, and as of right now I don't have a whole lot of Wii U games, because it is one of the newer systems I have, and I've been kind of keeping up with new releases as they come out. So, might as well dive right into it. Starting off with Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, which I still haven't finished. I've been waiting on getting an actual Wii remote for my Wii U. The last time I played this was on the original Wii about a year ago, and I like this a lot. I feel like this is one of the few Wii games that actually really implemented motion controls well. Aiming felt really great in this. It could be kind of a pain using the lock-on in the GameCube Prime games sometimes, but this one it felt a lot smoother, a lot more natural. It's a lot more linear than the GameCube Prime games, which is a little disappointing because I liked Prime 2 for being a more streamlined than the first Prime, but still having this sense of exploration to it, like you could go off in multiple directions and search the environment. Not really here with this one, but it's still a really good game. Gonna get around to finishing that one of these days. Just have to get a Wii remote. Super Mario Galaxy. This is a terrific platformer. One of the games that got me back into Mario after a while. I believe I actually didn't play this until right after 3D Land came out for 3DS. I was so impressed with that game, I bought this off a friend, and I was even more impressed with this one. Honestly, one of the best 3D Mario games, in my opinion. Just a lot of fun to play. Some really nice creative levels. It has some issues too, like there are some levels devoted to the motion controls, and they feel kind of shoehorned in, like they really don't belong in the game, but on the whole, it's a really nice platformer. Still, I have played Galaxy 2, but I don't own it yet. Again, I've been waiting on getting a Wii Remote and Nunchuck to use with my Wii U so I can play these Wii games again. Starting off my Wii U collection, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which I prefer this to Returns. Donkey Kong Country Returns is a really good game, but I feel like it's kind of, it's got some pretty rough difficulty spikes. This one, the difficulty feels a lot smoother, like it gradually increases and gradually becomes harder instead of just having these really weird spikes throughout, starting about halfway through. But this does get really hard as well. I made it to, I believe, the last main level of the game, but I still haven't finished it. Been having a really hard time with it. The main game mechanics feel great, but riding around on what is he, Rambi, the rhinoceros, it doesn't really feel as smooth as it does in the Super Nintendo games. It feels kind of stiff and weird in this one, and kind of screws with me a little bit. Still, I highly recommend this if you're a fan of platformers and you have a Wii U. There's definitely plenty of those on the system. Mario Kart 8, and this is probably the best Mario Kart game I've played. I didn't play Mario Kart 7 when it came out because I had lost interest in the series after Mario Kart Wii. But out of curiosity, I decided to pick this up. I've been looking some stuff up about it, and it actually looked really fun, and it's terrific. Mechanically, it feels like the best one. It doesn't feel as floaty or weird as Mario Kart Wii did. The tracks are a lot better. Even the remix tracks that are returning from old games feel kind of fresh in this one. It's just, they really did a good job. I hear the battle mode isn't as good. Honestly, that doesn't really bother me. I never played the battle mode a whole lot, but I do think that this, as a whole, is one of the must-own games on the system. I highly recommend this. Really looking forward to the DLC that's coming out, too. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Another game I really need to get back into. I got this around the same time Dark Souls 2 came out, and I was kind of jumping back and forth between those games. Honestly enjoyed this one a bit more than Dark Souls 2. But I played it for about 10 hours, but I hit a point where I was trying to grind missions for new weapons and armor, and there weren't any groups that were really biting on that, so I stopped playing for a while. I've been meaning to get back into it. Really, really cool game. New Super Mario Bros. U and New Super Luigi U. This is the game that came bundled with my system. I got the Mario and Luigi bundle, I think almost exactly a year ago now. And this is pretty good. This is probably the best New Super Mario Bros. Game. I feel like it's a lot more creative than the other ones. I also have New Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS, and that one's alright, but I feel like this one is really the only one that I would recommend playing, and even then, only if you can find it for a decent price. If you're going to get a Mario game on the system, I would recommend 3D World, but this one is still good. I think it was definitely a worthwhile pack-in game. And here we have Pikmin 3, one of the main reasons I wanted a Wii U. This is terrific. I think this is the best game in the series. Like, it really sort of took everything that worked about Pikmin 1, tweaked the mechanics, and then balanced it so that there was still kind of a time limit, but it wasn't really quite as stressful as Pikmin 1 could be. The time limit isn't set. It's actually determined by how much you collect per day. So it kind of rewards you for playing well and strategizing, which I think is how Pikmin should be. I do kind of miss some of the exploration elements that Pikmin 2 had, like the emphasis on going through these dungeons and collecting treasure. But I think just in terms of gameplay and overworld design, and even the bosses, I feel like this is the definitive Pikmin game. This is absolutely terrific. Probably my favorite game on Wii U right now. We have Rayman Legends, and I was a big fan, still am actually, of Rayman Origins when it came out. And this did wind up being a multi-platform release, but it was originally slated to be a Wii U exclusive, so I picked it up on Wii U since that was the platform it was initially designed for. And I still haven't gotten around to finishing it, but this is terrific. I think this is probably the best Rayman game that's ever come out. It takes everything that worked about Origins, like the really smooth, almost rhythmic gameplay mechanics, and then inserts a lot of almost sort of collectathon elements where you have these new areas constantly opening up, new side objectives to do, tons of different stuff to collect. And a lot of people don't like that for some reason, but I love these sort of collectathon games where you're going around getting stuff, and seeing that blend together with the gameplay from Origins was really nice. This is a really good game. Even if you don't have a Wii U, I recommend you pick it up, because I imagine that the other versions are just as good. And lastly, we have Super Mario 3D World, which is follow-up to 3D Land on 3DS, and this, I had a ton of fun with this when it came out. This is one of the first games I got with my Wii U, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. As a huge fan of 3D Land, I was very excited for this game, and it definitely delivers. There's more levels, there's a multiplayer mode, it's a lot more challenging than 3D Land. It's just, in general, it feels like a much fuller experience than 3D Land was. And 3D Land was a fantastic game. It was just a bit short and a bit easy. This really feels like sort of the definitive, terrific. Another one of my favorite games on the system. So anyway, that was my Wii U collection and my very small Wii collection. There are some Wii U games coming out within the next year that I'm really looking forward to. But, as of right now, it's not really that big. It's definitely going to grow in the future. So, anyway, hope you enjoyed. I will see you all next time.